Okay, we're on to part 3, controlling two motors. This should be a different partner working on the assignment at this point. Once again, you can either use this written out copy of the assignment on Google Classroom, or you can use this video that you're watching now. First thing it asks you to do is open the PLTW template, and then we're going to save it as controlling two motors. So we'll go into Robot C, we'll do a File, Open and Compile. Make sure that we select PLTW template. If you've got some old code in here, like the stuff from controlling one motor between these curly braces, highlight it, delete it. Make sure you don't delete these curly braces, because remember how important they are, but delete the code that's inside of them, and then just do a file save, and that'll save it as a nice blank copy like this. Okay. The other thing you might need to do is, if you're getting errors when you first open this, make sure that you go to Robot, Platform Type, make sure that VEX 2.0 Cortex is selected and Natural Language PLTW is selected as well. Otherwise, we will have issues. Okay, let's take a look at the assignment. It says, turn on the right motor on forward at half speed for 5 seconds, then stop. Let's do that first. So we want to turn on a motor. Where would we go for that? Well, we're going to go into Natural Language always. Okay. The next thing that you want to do is go to Movement. Okay. Yesterday we were using a little different set of codes. I apologize for that. This is where we'll be from now on. Okay. Movement. We have Start Motor. Well, hey, we'll be able to start that right motor with that, so drag it in. Same as yesterday though. Motor port. Well, what's our name for our motor? If we go back, it tells us it's right motor with a capital M and no space. Very important that we put this in correctly. So, right, capital M, motor, and it'll show up red that it is seen, okay, or it's recognized by the program. It wants half speed, 5 seconds, then stop. So speed, half speed, it's about 64. Okay. Next, we have to make sure that that goes for the designated amount of time. Well, we learned that this wait command will make that happen. Okay, so if we open this up, we see wait time. We can pull that in, and we can just type in 5 for 5 seconds. All right. The next thing we want to do is stop that motor. So we can go back up to Stop Motor, drag that in, and rename motor port, as right motor. Now you'll notice a drop-down comes up when you start typing. We can actually just double-click, and it does make things a little bit faster. Okay. So we've got our whole first section done. We've turned on the right motor, half speed for 5 seconds, and stopped it. What's B? Turn on the left motor and reverse, so that's going to be a negative this time, at 3/4 speed for 2.5 seconds, then stop. Okay, so start motor again. Just drag that right under next. That's the next thing we want to do. This time it's left motor. Okay, at 3/4 speed, so I'm just going to call that 96-ish. Okay, and then we want to go ahead and wait for 2.5 seconds. Oh, I did miss something though. Remember I said it's in reverse, so negative 96. Our wait time is 2.5. Then we're going to stop that one. So stop left motor. And what's last? Okay. So turn both motors on at full power, spinning in the same direction for 7.25 seconds, then stop. Okay? So this time it's a little bit different. Instead of just turning on one, we're going to have 2 start motors in a row. That way the program starts them both up at the same exact time. Like I said, when it goes through and reads these codes, it's lightning fast, so they will start at the same time. Okay? So right motor, full speed would be 127. Left motor, full speed would be 127. We're going to wait for 7.25, then stop. Okay, so one wait is all we need. And then we need 2 stop motors. So you've got to stop each motor. So one for right motor, and one for left motor. Okay. Now this appears like it's a big code. This is very, very tiny actually. But it's the biggest one we've done yet. So let's go back through and make sure it all makes sense. We're going to start the right motor, half speed, 5 seconds, then stop it. Start the left motor, negative 3/4 speed for 2.5, then stop it. Start both at 127 full speed, wait 7.25, then stop both of them. Make sure your curly braces are still there. Make sure there's a semicolon after everything, okay? That way we don't end up with any errors. When you're ready to check it out, you can go Robot, Compile and Download Program. And in just a moment we'll hit Start. I'm going to show you on my camera what this should look like. So I'll tip it up a bit so you can see the wheels a little bit better and the way that they move. So going back to Robot C, I'll hit Start. I apologize, I keep hitting the wrong thing. I'll go back to Robot C and hit Start. Right motor. Left motor. Both motors. Okay, so if you coded correctly, that's the sequence that you should have. Then once again, we want to make sure we go back. We can close out of this. We can do a file, save as. We want to be controlling 2 motors. And once again, if you don't save it as controlling 2 motors, I will not be able to give you credit because I need to open that up and see that it's actually controlling 2 motors. So hit the save, then move on to the next assignment.